Welcome back to Dragon Ball December, and this time around we're digging deep into Dragon Ball Z, the world's strongest, or as it was called in Japan, the world's strongest guy. Well, you know, I can say this about the original title, it sure doesn't mince words, does it? The movie opens with Oolong and Gohan on the hunt for the Dragon Balls, more so because it seems someone has been gathering them. Well, you know, that's kind of douchey when you break it down. I mean, the Z-Fighters get to make wishes and use the dragon all the time, but when someone else wants to use them, well, you better go out and stop them, am I right? It's a good thing then that most of those people almost always turn out to be evil, and that case is true here as well. Basically, an evil scientist named Dr. Cochin wants the dragon to clear some ice so his boss, Dr.Wheelo, or Willow, depending on the dub you're watching, can be free from his snowy tomb to continue his evil plans of evil. Of course, after so long in the deep freeze, Dr. Wheelo's body is no longer any good, so he wants to put his genius brain, and you know it's genius because just look at the freaking size of it, in the body of the strongest person on Earth, and in his outdated information, that person is still Master Roshi. Gohan gets attacked by the Cybermen. Oh, no, wait, sorry, I mean Bioman, yeah, totally, and Piccolo steps in to rescue him. Actually, the relationship of Gohan and his teacher Piccolo is played up very strongly in this movie. This means that World's Strongest actually has what so many of these other movies lack, an emotional investment in what's going on. And we know this because the movie treats us to yet another funny little musical number, wherein Gohan daydreams about how awesome Mr. Piccolo is. Man, I think he might have a man crush on this dude. All of this ends up coming to a head when the Z-Fighters are forced to fight a mind-controlled Piccolo, something that didn't happen very much in Dragon Ball Z. Eventually, the bad guys come to collect Roshi from his home, and we really get a couple awesome action scenes devoted to how badass Roshi is even still at his age. These might be his very best fight scenes in all of the movies, and even the show, too. All of this means Goku has to go save his mentor, and to do that, he must get past Wheelo's henchmen. Now, remember before when I talked about henchmen? Well, you see, this is the thing for the Dragon Ball movies, they all pretty much break down like this. There's almost always 3 or 4, you got the big strong one, the small faster one, and usually a wild card henchman thrown in there with some kind of weird or quirky powers. This is actually great because when Goku shows up, the movie almost turns into a freaking video game, when our hero has to learn the boss's patterns to proceed to the next level. Be it having to get past the super strong, super stretchy fat one, the guy who moves so fast that Goku can't hit him, or even the guy who shoots ice blasts from his hands. In overcoming these obstacles, he truly proves to Wheelo that he is the world's strongest. Which, yes, that does mean Wheelo now wants Goku's body. World's Strongest would continue a trend in Dragon Ball Z movies, mainly the villain threatening all of planet Earth, as well as start its own, mainly Goku defeating the bad guy through the use of the Spirit Bomb under pressure. So that's the World's Strongest, and for a long time this was actually my favorite of the Dragon Ball Z movies, and rewatching it now it's not hard to see why. The fight scenes are fast and creative, the villain's plan is pretty decent for the series, and there's even a little emotional content to keep you invested with the Gohan and Piccolo stuff. Yep, this is definitely a must-watch.